Welcome to the program. Today we are diving into a crucial topic in sustainability: why products made from recycled materials often cost significantly more, and take a look at the willingness of consumers to pay more for these items. We have two experts with us, Esti and Shenka, to break down the production realities, consumer dynamics, and the central paradox facing the green economy. So, Esti, let's start with the basics. What exactly are recycled products?
Recycled products are manufactured goods made fully or partially from post consumer waste or reclaimed materials, instead of virgin raw materials. We see these across many categories, like the textile and paper product industry.
Is a recycled product the same as a sustainable or eco friendly product?
That's a key distinction. No, they are not necessarily the same. While recycled products are inherently green, the term sustainable or eco friendly can also include products made from virgin materials, provided those materials were produced using environmentally responsible methods.
Now that we understand what recycled products are, let's explore why they are expensive.
The key insight is that producing recycled goods involves fundamentally different processes than manufacturing them from virgin materials, leading to significantly higher costs. There are five main factors that contribute to this. First, the complex processing. Take recycled paper, for instance. It requires extensive sorting, cleaning, and de-inking. It costs 40 to 60% more. Similarly, recycled textiles require fiber separation, cleaning, and respinning, so recycled textiles can cost anywhere from 30 to 100% more than virgin textiles.
Wow, that's a huge cost gap between using virgin materials compared to using recycled materials. What else?
There is an inconsistency in the quality of the materials. Recycled materials vary widely due to different sources and contamination. This forces manufacturers to constantly adjust and recalibrate machinery, leading to increased equipment wear, downtime, waste, and higher defect rates.
That's interesting. So they must invest more in quality control and testing just to manage this inconsistency?
Yes, also, recycled goods still haven't hit mass market scale, which means they miss out on the cost advantages that come with large scale production.
Are there some hidden factors that contribute to the cost of these items that the average consumer wouldn't consider?
Great question. Yes, recycled products often require mandatory certifications. These aren't cheap. They involve audit fees, testing, and annual recertification, adding 10 to 15% to production expenses. Since sustainability standards are constantly evolving, manufacturers face ongoing compliance investments. Another factor that people wouldn't consider is the complexity of the supply chain. Collecting materials require extensive reverse logistics to move waste from diverse sources to specialized recovery factories.
These are really significant points. Most consumers never see this entire network of logistics, certifications, and supply behind the recycled products they pick up from a shelf. It definitely gives us a deeper appreciation for what recycled truly means in practice. Theory is one thing, but let's see how real companies deal with these challenges. Shanka, you've investigated company examples. Let's start with fashion.
Of course, take H&M as an example. Collecting materials is the key step. H&M encourages consumers to donate unwanted clothes through the store-based clothing collection programs, where consumers are rewarded with discount coupons.
Oh, really? What else can you tell me about H&M's Recycle collection?
Because recycled fibers require strict quality control, the price of H&M recycling series is usually slightly higher than its standard products. But the key here is the huge gap in infrastructure. H&M produces about 1,000 tons of products every 48 hours, but in their current operation, it takes 12 years to recycle 1,000 tons of waste. Even with huge resources, real recycling is extremely challenging.
Let's move to another industry. What about paper hygiene products like Zeva?
Okay, let's take Zava as a case study. They face the same challenge as we discussed. Their Eco Comfort series is made of 100% recycled paper, and the production cost is 10 to 15% higher. But they didn't avoid the cost, they built value around it. They position these recycled products as high quality choices. A perfect example is the water soluble cardboard core. This is a particle innovation that consumers can see and understand. It makes the sustainability story a reality. Zeva's experience proves a key point. When you enhance products with features, values, and brand effects, customers will not buy just by price. They're buying a concept to make the premium feel reasonable.
So they use innovation to justify the premium cost.
That's right. In a commodity category such as toilet paper, the combination of recycling content and innovation makes them different. However, Zeva's challenge is to balance premier pricing and consumers' expectations of affordability. Otherwise, consumers will choose cheaper options.
Companies are making these products, but the question is, who's buying them? Shenka, what does the research say about consumers and price?
The key finding is positive. Most consumers show a willingness to pay a premium for sustainable and recycled products, averaging between 9.7% and 12% above conventional goods.
That sounds encouraging.
It is, but there is an important nuisance. The gap between stated willingness and actual purchasing behavior is critical. While consumers express the intention to pay more, driven by environmental awareness, but the actual market premiums for recycled products are often much higher, ranging from 15% to 25% or more. When faced with this price gap, buyers often revert to less costly conventional products.
This gap is rooted in economic and psychological factors. Economic pressure, like inflation and the cost of living crisis, mean that the price frequently wins out over sustainability at checkout. Psychologically, consumers tend to overestimate their commitment to sustainability, influenced by social desirability.
Here's where it gets interesting. There's a fundamental tension. Esti, can you define the core issue?
It's the central paradox. Consumers demand affordable prices, but also expect companies to be environmentally sustainable. They say, I want sustainable products, but follow it with, I don't want to pay significantly more. The math simply doesn't work right now. Let's take, for example, the recycled paper products. They cost 40 to 60% more to produce, but consumers are only willing to pay around 10% more. This creates a massive 30 to 50% difference between actual costs and consumer willingness.
This tension plays out everywhere. For H&M, most customers buy for price, not sustainability. For Zeva, toilet paper remains a low consideration commodity, and those mandatory certification costs, which add 10% to 15%, are often overlooked or undervalued by the consumer.
Since the consumer won't close that cost gap, we should bear the cost of sustainability.
There are three possibilities. The first would be that the companies absorb the costs. This makes sustainability standard practice, but it shrinks profit margins and can limit wage growth. The second option would be that the consumers pay the premium. This reflects the true cost of sustainability, but it makes recycled goods a luxury, reinforcing social inequities and limiting widespread adoption. The third option would be government intervention. Policies like subsidies and taxes can level the playing field and scale up production. While this risks distorting markets, organizations like the European Union are moving toward policies that support scaling sustainability.
To wrap up, the key takeaways are clear. Recycled products generally cost more due to real production challenges not greenwashing. The cost gap is substantial. Ultimately, scale is critical as only mass adoption can significantly reduce the cost of recycled products. Esti and Shankar, thank you for illuminating this complex issue.